Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? This is BC. Welcome back to another video. A lot of people have been asking me specifically why I decided to move my nationwide operation and team to Real. If you haven't seen the video in summary of why we left EXP, you can click the link above and watch. I'm not going to sit here and still talk about that, right? I've released some, private stuff about that. I've had private conversations with people about that, but we're moving on. And specifically in this video, I'm going to describe the specific reasons, right? And we can say the advantages that I saw and opportunities that I saw that led to me saying, okay, Team BC, we're going to Real. Okay, number one is this. We need to be real about, real, right? With no pun intended. EXP changed the game in regards to their model, right? Cloud-based, revenue share, stock, really way ahead of the curve and way ahead of the game in regards to how to properly run a brokerage, how to deal with some of the issues that people are running into, like the old model, brick and mortar, right? Very high overhead. And because of that, one of the many reasons that had to really have like a high split. Like I started in a Century 21 and my split was 50-50, and then on top of that, an 8% franchise fee, right? And I have a lot of love for that Century 21 and the members, so I'm not bashing them. But man, when you close a $20,000 check and then you get $8,000, it's like, right? Like a lot of money taken away. And maybe the first one you're excited, but after the second, third, fourth, fifth, you're like, whoa. I'm looking at my 1099, man, and whoa, where's all the money going, right? So they kind of help solve that, right? Real, like many other companies now, is doing something similar. And the cool thing is, as time goes on, they can refine it, they can change it, they can try new things, right? They can improve upon what's already been made, and I like that, right? That model is good, and we're gonna see that continuously, right? So that's number one, is I had a very similar model, so me switching my team over was much easier, because when you're transitioning over 13 or 14 different states, 25, 30 plus members, and you have your structure, if you don't go to the right company, that can get very slippery, sticky, and complicated, and I didn't want that, all right? Number two is they're a newer company, right? Agent attraction is huge. I was very passive about that with EXP. I'm gonna be more active, myself, my team, and some of the people that I've already brought over to Real in the short, 1 or 2 weeks that I've been with them. And because they're newer, similar platform, hey, it makes it a huge opportunity, and that element is timing, nothing more, right? Because just like some of the people that joined EXP early on, maybe like 2015, 16, 17, really before it got a lot of traction and became, what it is, those people got to take advantage of the fact that they were the first ones in. It's like the people who bought Bitcoin a long time ago before anybody talked about it, right? So the timing of that opportunity was huge. Number three, technology-wise, right? I like what they're doing, right? And similar to that, we can tie it in, even though it might not be the same point. I love the fact that they already have thousands of agents, but man, I've already met like virtually all of the leadership. I can call them on my phone. They're open to suggestions. We've Zoomed multiple times. I have conversations with them regularly. I mean, it really is cool. So it's becoming a bigger company, yet it still has that mom and pop feel, right? And that to me, I've never really had that, where I had access to people like that, where I can call them on the phone, right? Like I have them on my cell phone and I have their number and they respond to me, right? Like I've never had that, like, independent, right, brokerage, like small family owned feel. So to have that with a bigger company, even though they're not huge in regards to their agent count, really turned the tides in regards to that decision for me, because it's just been amazing. And all the people we've dealt with have just been very supportive, right? Backing us on social media, asking us for content, right? Like putting us on their platform, and just for them to welcome us like that with open arms and be so pro, we can say Team BC, has just been amazing. And that personal touch and aspect of it is very, very important to me and my team, because we're doing so many deals, right? Even the transfer over of all the pending and active transactions, it's cool to see that, right? And that's just a taste of what's to come, right? That gives you a very good idea of the type of support, the type of communication that you're gonna have, and we're all about, that proper communication. Aside from that, all the little details, right? Like their marketing stuff for logo, we like that too. And those would be the top like 3 or 4 things that I would sum it up as, unless we're gonna talk for hours about it, right? But bottom line, the structure, they were able to honor a lot of the things in our structure, our Team BC nationwide structure, our splits, Whereas before, maybe with other companies, I would have had to have like outside agreements. I didn't need to do that with Real, so that made it a lot easier. Just a lot of these nuts and bolts, organizational things, and how they've been so accommodating to us has really just been incredible, right? So in summation, right, I don't want to make this video too long. I would say those are some of the main reasons, and people need to realize that I walked away at EXP from a big revenue share, right? Like making a lot of money in revenue share. So I believe I can replicate that and more with Real, but that wasn't the only reason that I left. The only reason I say that is a lot of people in my position would have been like, man, I don't want to leave because of the comfort of this number that I'm receiving, which is a very hefty amount compared to what most people think it is, right? But again, it's a principle thing. And you have to be able to look beyond that temporary comfort to see other opportunity and move forward, right? Because that's the way you do it, and you keep scaling and growing and getting bigger and better over time, okay? So that's it for this one, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. You want to talk to me about Real, we have the schedule, the call link below. You want to sign up, I have the link in every description of every YouTube video now, along with everything else, my website, scheduling the strategy call for those of you who want some more support, some more help, you have questions. We have the public Discord as well, that a portion of it is open to the public. You guys can go on there, chat. Sometimes I do live lectures on there for free. You guys can make calls together. It's really just kind of a community space, okay? We'll see you on the next one. Peace.